They're sitting down there now under the stairs. I tell them, please come upstairs. You can't just sit here. They're crying. We don't know, they say, where our papa is. God forbid, they say. He might have burnt to death, they say. Oh, the things they say. And in the yard, too. Those people with hardly anything on. Take this gray one. And this, too. And this shirt, too. And this skirt? Nanny dear as well. Oh, for heaven's sake, this is awful. Kursanovsky Lane must have all burnt down. Take this and this. The poor Vershinin had a scare. Their house barely escaped going up in flames. They should spend the night here. We can't let them go home. And poor Fedotix lost everything in the fire. Nothing's left. You'd better call Fairpont or Lushka. I can't carry it all. You can't get anyone. Come up here, whoever's there. How awful. And I'm so fed up with it. Here, take all this downstairs. The Kolotilin girls are standing there under the stairs. Give it to them, and give this too. Yes, ma'am. In 1812. Moscow burned too. Good God, the French were amazed. Go now. Yes, ma'am. Nanny dear, give them everything. We don't need anything. Nanny dear, give it all to them. I'm so tired. I can hardly stand on my feet. We can't let the Vershninens go home. The girls can sleep in the drawing room, and Alexander Ignatitch downstairs with the Baron. Fedotik, too. With the Baron, or he can stay here in the reception room. The doctor, when to know it, is drunk, horribly drunk, and we can't put anyone in with him. And we'll put Vershinen's wife in the drawing room, too. Don't send me away, Alushka dear. Please don't. You are talking nonsense, Nanny. No one's sending you away. My dear, my golden girl, I toil, I work. When I get too weak, they'll all say, get out. But where? I'm 80 years old, 81. Nanny, have a seat. You're tired, poor thing. Take a rest, my dear. How pale you are. They're saying that we should set up as soon as possible a society to help the victims of the fire. Well, it's a splendid idea. We always have to help the poor. It's the obligation of the rich. Bobik and a little Sophie are sleeping through it all like nothing happened. There's so many people everywhere, wherever you turn. A full house, and with the influenza in town now, I worry the children might catch it. From this room, you can't see the fire. It's peaceful here. Well, my hair probably looks disheveled. They say I've put on weight. It's not true, not at all. And Masha's asleep, poor girl. She's exhausted. Don't you dare sit in my presence. Get up, get out of here. Why do you keep this old woman? I never understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand either. There's no need for her here. She's a peasant and should live in a village. The frivolity. I like order in the house. No superfluous people in the house. Poor girl. You are tired. Our headmistress is tired. When my little Sophie grows up and starts school, I'll be afraid of you. I won't be headmistress. They'll pick you, Olga dear. It's done. I'll refuse. I can't. It's more than I can bear. You were just so rude to Nanny. Forgive me. I can't tolerate it. Everything went dark before my eyes. Forgive me, Olia. Forgive me. I didn't mean to upset you. Dear, you've got to understand. Maybe it's the way we were brought up, but I can't tolerate this. Seeing how you just treated her oppresses me, makes me ill. I lose heart. Forgive me. Forgive me. And even the slightest discourteousness or rude remark upsets me. I often say things I shouldn't. That's true, but my dear, you have to agree that she could live in a village. She has been with us already 30 years. But now she can't work. Either I don't understand you, or you simply don't want to understand me. She's incapable of work. All she does is sleep or sit around. So let her sit. What? Let her sit around? She's a servant, isn't she? I don't understand you, Olia. I have a nanny, a wet nurse, a maid, and a cook. Then what do we need for that old woman for? What for? Tonight I've aged 10 years. We've got to come to terms, Olga. You're at school. I'm at home. You have your teaching. I have the house. And if I say something about a servant, then I know what I'm talking about. I know what I am talking about. And I don't want to see this old thief, this old hag here tomorrow. That witch. Don't you dare irritate me. Don't you dare. You see, if you don't move downstairs, we'll always be quarreling. It's just awful. Where's Masha? It's time to go home. They say the fire's dying out. Only one block burnt down, but it was windy, and in the beginning it looked as if the whole town was on fire. I'm exhausted. My dear Olechka, I often think, if it hadn't been for Masha, I would have married you, Olechka. You're so good. I'm utterly exhausted. What is it? The doctor. Wouldn't you know it? He's gone on a bender. He's hideously drunk. Wouldn't you know it? I think he's coming here. Can you hear him? Yes, here he comes. He is so. I'm going to hide. That rascal. He didn't touch a drop for 2 years and suddenly he ups and gets drunk. To hell with him. Damn them all. They think I'm a doctor, can treat different diseases, but I don't know anything at all. I've forgotten it all. What I once knew, I don't remember anything. Nothing at all. To hell with them. Last Wednesday, I treated a woman at Zassip. She died, and it's all my fault that she died. Well, I know a thing or two 25 years ago, but now I don't remember any of it. None of it. Maybe I'm not even human. Maybe I only pretend that I have arms and legs and a head. Maybe I don't exist at all. And I only think that I walk and eat and sleep. Oh, oh, if only it was possible not to exist. Who the hell knows? The day before yesterday at the club, they're saying Shakespeare, Voltaire. I didn't read them. Nothing at all. But I made a face like I did. And the others did the same too. So vulgar. So low. And the woman I killed on Wednesday, it all came back to me. Everything came back. Everything twisted up inside, and it felt so vile and sickening. I went and started drinking. We'll sit here for a bit. No one will come in here. If it wasn't for the soldiers, the whole town would have burned down. What terrific boys! What a treasure they are! What terrific boys! What time is it? It's past 3. It's getting light out. They're all sitting in the reception room. Nobody's leaving, and you're Solyoni's sitting there. Why don't you go to bed, doctor? It's all right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Soused, aren't you, Ivan Romanich? What a terrific boy. In vino veritas, as the ancients used to say. Everyone's asking me to arrange a concert for the benefit of the victims. Oh, who would? We could do it if we really wanted to. Maria Sergeyevna, in my opinion, plays the piano beautifully. Plays beautifully. She's already forgotten. She hasn't played in 3 years or 4. Here in town, decidedly no one appreciates music, not a soul, but I understand and honestly trust me. Maria Sergeyevna's playing is magnificent, almost gifted. Quite right, Baron. I love her. I love Masha very much. She's lovely. To be able to play so marvelously, and at the same time, to know that no one, no one understands you. Well, what if it be proper for her to participate in the concert? After all, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know anything. Maybe it will be good. I have to say, our school principal is a good man, and even a very good man, a most intelligent man, but his views, of course. It's none of his business, but still, if you wish, maybe I'll talk to him. I got all dirty at the fire. Just look at me. Yesterday I heard in passing that they want to transfer our brigade somewhere far away. Some say to the Polish kingdom, others say to Cheetah. I heard it too. Well, the town will become completely deserted. And we're going too. To smithereens. Ivan Romanich. Oh, Ivan Romanich. To break such a valuable thing. You get an F minus for conduct. This was our late mother's clock. Maybe it was, so it's your mother's. But maybe I didn't break it. It only seems that I did. Maybe it only seems to us that we exist. And in reality, we don't. I don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. What are you looking at? Natasha's having her fling with Protopopov, and you don't see it. You're sitting here not noticing a thing while Natasha's having a fling with Protopopov. Would you kindly take this date? Well, it's all really very strange. When the fire broke out, I immediately ran home. I ran up to the house. and I see that it's safe and sound and not in any danger, but my two girls are standing at the doorway in their nightgowns. Their mother isn't there. People scurry about, horses, dogs running around, and the girls have this look of terror, a look of horror, pleading. God knows what else. My heart sank when I saw their faces. I'm thinking, my God, how much more they'll have to go through during their long lifetime. I grab them, and as I run, I can think of one thing only: how much suffering they'll have to endure in this world. I come here, and their mother is here, yelling and upset. And when my girls were standing by the front door in their nightgowns, and the street was red from flames, the overwhelming noise, and I thought, something similar already happened many years ago when an enemy would suddenly invade, loot, set fire. But at the same time, what a big change there is between now and what used to be. And soon, not too far in the future, in just 200 or 300 years, they'll look at how we live now with the same sense of horror and ridicule, and everything we do today will seem awkward, hard, very uncomfortable, and strange. Oh, but what a life it will be then. What a life! Forgive me. I've been philosophizing again. Allow me to continue. I very much want to philosophize. That's the kind of mood I'm in. And if they're all asleep, anyway, as I was saying, what a life it'll be. Can you only imagine, like you, there are only three in this town, but in generations to come there will be more, and then more and even more people like you, and a time will come when everything will change your way, and people will live your way too, and then you'll become obsolete, and other people better than you will come into this world. I'm in a funny mood today. Damn, how I long to live. True love knows neither age nor station. Its transports are pure invigoration. Drum de dum, de dum, dra ra ra, dra de da. Uh, I've lost everything. 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 That's not a joke. Did everything burn down? Burn clean. Nothing's left. That the guitar burned too. The photography and all my letters. And I wanted to give you a little notebook. It too burned up. Oh no, Vasily, please go. You can't come in here. Why is it then that the Baron can and I can't? We should be going. Really, how's the fire? They say it's dying down. I find it positively strange. Why is it that the Baron can and I can't? Drum de dum, drum dum. Let's go to the reception room. Very well, we'll make a note of it. This thought I could elaborate on here, but the geese will get annoyed, I fear. Chicka chicka chicka. Oh, look how Solioni smoked up the place. The Baron's asleep. Baron, Baron. However, I'm tired. A brick factory? No, I'm not delirious. I'm in fact leaving for a brick factory soon, and I'll start working. We already talked about it. You're so pale, beautiful, and charming. It seems that your pallor, like light, brightens the dark air. You are sad and unhappy with life. Oh, would you come with me? We'll go together to work. Oh, Nikolai Lvovich, please go. You're here? I can't see. Goodbye then. I'm leaving. I'm looking at you now, and I'm reminded of the day long ago. Your name day celebration, when you, so lively and cheerful, talked about the joys of working, and what a happy life I imagine then. Where is it? You've tears in your eyes. Go to bed. It's getting light out. The morning's breaking. If only I was allowed to sacrifice my life for you. Nikolai Lvovich, please go. That's enough, really. I'm going. Fedor, are you sleeping? Eh? Just go home. My darling Masha, my dear Masha. She's exhausted. Fedya, why don't you let her rest? I'm going. My good wife, my lovely wife, I love you, my one and only. Amo, amas, amat, amamus, amatis, amant. No, she's so amazing. I've been married to you 7 years, but it seems that we got married just yesterday. Honestly, no, really. You're an amazing woman. I'm content, content, content. I'm fed up with it, fed up with it. I can't get it out of my head. It's just outrageous. It's like a nail driven into my head and I can't keep it out to myself anymore. I'm talking about Andre. He's mortgaged this house at the bank and his wife took all the money. But the house isn't only his, it belongs to the four of us. He must know this if he has any decency left in him. What's the point, Masha? Why bother? Andrusha owes money right and left, so forget about it. In any case, it's outrageous. You and I aren't poor. I work. I work at the school, then I give private lessons. I'm an honest man without airs. Omnia mea mecum potu, as they say. I don't need anything, but this injustice infuriates me. Go, Fedora. You're tired. Rest for a half hour. And I'll sit there and wait. Go to sleep. I'm content. I'm content. I'm content. Indeed. How petty our Andre has become. How worn out.